Man, Jerry really bothering me about this pick up the phone talk. You know what I'm saying? He mentioned
I told you that.
He mentioned it in two different instances today, Bryan Broaddus. One,
told you, man. Yeah.
He was referring to like a trade back situation.
Sure.
Like, yeah, we'll trade back, but we ain't picking up the phone. Like, man, what that mean, Jerry John? Like, come on, man. What that mean?
No, we talked about this, Voch. He is they do it in negotiations. He explained how he negotiates. He doesn't really want to talk, the whole Jay-Z story. Like, he kind of told you, hey, he would much rather talk to Dez than he would Jay-Z. It's the same way with this drafting stuff. If he is picking up the phone, he feels like he's showing weakness. When he's taking the call, he operates from a point of view of strength. And it didn't surprise me when he said that. And I've kind of, you and I talk about it, that the trade back possibility, trade back does not happen with the Cowboys because it will happen. It will happen, if they absolutely get desperate and want to just bail out of there. But he's not going to pick up the phone just to pick up the phone. And now he will figure out where he can go pre-draft if he has to pick up that phone. But he's absolutely right. I've sat in that room with him and the phone don't ring. And it's tough. It's tough when you're hoping the phone will ring, and he is fundamentally against picking up the phone, trading back like that. So when you operate like that, it can be very, very difficult but you better damn good well and have some spots lined up that, hey, I remember one time I'm like, listen, call the Buccaneers, call the Bills, call the Raiders here. They know. I've talked to their guys. They know we're interested. You have to be ready for those things.
Man, I got one more for you, Bryan Broaddus. I'm just looking down at my notes here at my little paper that I got. You know what I'm saying? I like to write my notes down, bro.
Yeah.
Man, Jerry said offensive line 26 times today, Bryan. I counted.
Yeah.
I said offensive line 26 times. Even they wasn't even talking about they say, man, what you think about Dak, Jerry? Hey, man, you got to keep Dak safe. Dak has some real good offensive lines. Man, Jerry, what you think about running back in the draft? Hey, man, running backs, hey, look, got to have offensive line to do. What you think about Saquon with the Eagles? Hey, Saquon woke us up, man.
Saquon woke them up.
Saquon
woke up a lot of teams.
That's a great quote, by the way. Hey, look, Saquon woke us up a little bit, but hey, got to have offensive line. Bryan, I feel like, and you just heard me say this on the radio, but I feel like if they really felt that way about offensive line, would they really loudly say that to us? But maybe they feel like, man, look, we'll take Banks, we'll take Mbao, we'll take Booker, we'll take Simmons. Ain't no way. If y'all take all four of them away from us, we'll just take McMillan. You know what I'm saying? Bryan, do you really think offensive line is in the cards early? And I ask you this because, we walked into this press conference confidently thinking that offensive line would be a part of the conversation somewhere, but Jerry said it so much today. It had me a little worried that maybe he's lying about offensive line. Bryan, what you think?
You would take Booker over Banks, wouldn't you?
Well, let me look at my board, man, because I come from your coaching tree. Booker's my 8th player.
Yeah.
And Banks is 21. 20, pardon me. Banks is 20.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I like Jackson a lot from Ohio State. But
22 for Jackson. Yep.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if there was, like I said, if there's no McMillan. Now, where does the stack take you?
Yeah.
Does the stack take you to Banks? Does it take you to Booker? Does it take you to Johnson at corner?
Sure.
Does it Jane Slater and Hurricane Jane brought up some names today. Sure did. She talked about Pierce, the edge from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Nolan
and Golden.
Yeah. Talked about Golden. Yeah. And Nolan. Yep. So Hurricane Jane, she was throwing names out there and stuff. So, she's really connected in a lot of ways. So are those guys part of the between McMillan and then whoever your last receiver is? Who are those guys all? It's Nolan and Pierce and all those guys, all considerations. I think it's going to be fascinating if McMillan's not on that board. Because then I think it's going to be, when we're all talking about it on the clock, it is going to be some kind of craziness to it.
It's going to be some different opinions, because we all are saying McMillan. Everybody says McMillan.
Everybody says McMillan, but you take him out of the equation.
Yeah.
I think this thing is completely wide open.
I'll say Gold, and Nick Harris will say Abuka. Tommy Yards today said that he had Burden as his second receiver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nick Harris said Michael today. We'll all have different answers, Bryan Broaddus.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ready to get it going, man. I just to get my first draft show out the way and rotate off of it in an hour. But it's all good, man. We're gonna get this content in. I'm gonna find me a quiet corner. I don't know if it's like an office I can go in, but I'm gonna give me a tripod and get my phone. I'm gonna do some content while I'm there, Bryan Broaddus. You hear me? We're gonna figure that out.
Absolutely can. I might find a way to sneak out and do some content with you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for being here on the Doing All Right, man. I promise you, we have put in the work to do the best we possibly can to entertain and investigate and educate for y'all. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all, and show up for us on Thursday. We're gonna be looking for views. The radio people want to be first place, and the .com people want to have the big views. It'll likely be there because they're not going to be on my channel, but hey, the views got to go somewhere. The views got to go somewhere. And we would love to have your viewership on Thursday, Friday, and that long Saturday that I finally get to be a part of. All right. That marathon there. But follow me, VOCHLOMB ARDI. You can follow Bryan, but don't ask him questions. BRY Broaddus on Twitter. No show tomorrow. I'm going to be in Houston watching Kendrick Lamar, and I'm going to hop in the truck. I'm gonna come right on back. I'm gonna take a long nap, and I'll be getting ready for the draft on Thursday with my suit and tie. But there will be plenty of content dropping over throughout the day or whatever. But it just won't be me. It'll be an automated button of me talking. All right. So love y'all to pieces, man. Until next time, we'll see you guys Thursday. Crown.